YouTube, I'm PJ, a grown-up human who loves Barbie. And I'm on a mission to rescue, restore and rehome Barbie and her friends with people who need her. This video is part 2 of a doll makeover marathon. So if you haven't seen part 1, check out this video to see the first doll in this series get her makeover. I'll let you in on a little secret. To tell these dolls apart, I had to color code them. Now without further ado, let's get on to part 2. I hope you enjoyed this video. Doll number 2 is in actually really reasonable condition. We've got a couple of plastic stays still in her hair here. Again, it looks like not much hair loss. She's still got quite a good full head of hair, pretty obvious part there as well. So that really just needs a bit of washing and tidying up, and that will come good. It's very staticky though. You can see as I'm handling it, it's going a bit wild. That's all good. Now her hands are in really good condition, and so are her feet. They're in really good nick. No signs of biting or chewing or anything on there, which is good. We do have a little homemade tattoo here, which we'll see if we can do some tattoo removal and clean that up. And I've just noticed there's another little one here, little splodge of ink on the inside of her arm on the other side, or on the same side, I beg your pardon. And if we just check out the body quickly, she's actually not much there to clean up at all. She's looking pretty good, so just a bit of a wash and clean. This one should be a pretty quick one. Because in reality I was doing these makeovers all at once, I did color code these little girlies with their little headbands so that I knew who was who, because they are all the same face mold. Starting off with a little facial scrub and a wipe, and already we're looking way better. To get this ink off, I started with isopropyl alcohol, and it seemed to do a pretty good job just on a cotton bud there. Gently wiping away. I prefer to start with isopropyl because it's a little more gentle than, say, acetone. I only work up to the acetone if I'm having no luck with the isopropyl. And now with the acetone, just being super gentle to get off any residual staining there. And now my favorite part, the hair washing. So straight to dishwashing detergent. I find this is good for antibacterial purposes, and into the hot water. This is good. I always like to make sure I use nice hot water, boiling water, so that if we've got any of these plastic stays or packaging still left in the hair, that means that the rubber's nice and soft and they just come out easily without risking splitting the doll's scalp. Oh, so satisfying. And now just brushing out with a detangling brush. And then some conditioner, and I'm just using literally whatever I have around the house. I don't use my expensive stuff. I just use pretty cheap conditioner, and that seems to work really well. And just working my way through with the detangling brush so that I can get the comb through. And then once I can comb through, I actually left the conditioner on overnight with these girls. And now that her hair's dry, I'm just working my way through sectioning off the hair and using this curling iron on its lowest temperature. I think it's about 120 degrees Celsius off the top of my head. So then just working through section by section, and you can see I'm tucking the ends under as I go so that I get a nice smooth finish. And then as I'm noticing any uneven bits in the hair, I'll just trim off as I'm working my way through. Trim off any little dead ends or loose ends or anything that's not nice and neat. I'll just snip away as I'm going through there. looking really lovely now, really so shiny. Very, very happy with how this has turned out. Sometimes with the larger curling iron, it does give it a bit too much boof. So I just used the curling iron and pressed against the top of the head just to bring down some of the poofiness, make it a little bit flatter and smoother. So I'm really happy with how her hair turned out. I decided I wanted to do a little bit of a hairstyle in her hair, and so I've opted for a half up style, and I'm just using a little clear hair elastic and then twisting the hair into a little bun, just trying to get the twist as small and as tight as I possibly can, and then just securing it with another clear hair elastic. That looks pretty cute, and now it's on to earrings. So that little set is just from the craft section at Kmart, and I'm piercing her ears here with a large needle and pair of pliers. So many of these girls faint when they have their ears pierced. I picked up this fashion pack online from Mr. Toys, and I wanted to reference the purple for her, so I thought this was a really cute outfit. What do you reckon? I think she's turned out really well. Doll number 3 is already sporting a really lovely little bob haircut, and I think the hair is in really good condition. Again, really obvious part, which will make it easy to style her hair. Just needs a good clean. Her face looks pretty good. Can you see that little red splodge under the eye there? I'm not sure if you can see that, if that's coming through on camera. There's also a little bit of like glitter or something on her face, so we'll be able to clean that up really nicely, I think. Again, hands and feet are in very good condition, which is good. And if we just check out the body, she's actually really good. This one is going to be another nice easy one to do, just needs a little clean and freshen up, and she's going to be great. A yellow hairband for this little lovely. Just a quick little brush through with the detangler. It really doesn't take long. These short hairstyles actually super quick. A little bit crusty in there, so we need to give it a good wash. And I've made a mess, never mind. Good wash with the dishwashing detergent and into the boiling hot water. That helps to reset the hair. A little bit of conditioner. Now, as I was going through here, I discovered that she had a broken plastic stay in there where somebody's tried to pull it out, but the rest of it is still actually in the doll's hair. So important to get that out. Oh, so satisfying. I love doing that. Then we comb through and leave the conditioner in overnight, and then allow the hair to dry overnight. And once it's dry, we can get on to the heat styling. So as with every other doll, I just sectioned the hair off. This I felt was going to be really good with the larger curling iron. This will give her lots of body, and you can see I'm just twisting or pulling the hair round towards myself as I'm smoothing the ends. I realised that this section was a little bit too thick, so I took a slightly smaller section on the top there, and then just pulling the tool towards myself, smoothing and curling under as I go. And look how shiny, it looks so good. Guys, look how beautiful and shiny and smooth her hair turned out. I am so happy with this. Again, a little bit too much boof, so I'm just using the curling iron to smooth that down and make it a little bit flatter towards her head there. What do you think? I'm so happy with how her hair turned out. Now I'm using a little bit of hairspray for these doll hair transformations, but I sprayed her right in the face, so that was not very well done. So I'll come back and clean that up in a minute, but the hairspray is working well to keep the hair nice and under control. Time for earrings now. Gold this time for this doll, I think. Might be sensing a theme now if you saw part 1 that I am referencing the colour of the outfit to the little hair tie. So yellow for this dolly. What do you reckon? Hi, doll number 4. Hi, Barbie. I don't know if it's coming across on camera. She is a little bit dirty. Her hair's in good condition. That will clean up really nicely. Again, nice obvious part, so that makes it easy for us for when we're styling. Hands, a little bit of wear and tear. It's not too bad. And feet are in pretty good condition as well. Obviously she's still got her price tag on, so we'll get rid of that. I don't think this is wear and tear. I think this is probably just a manufacturing fault. I'm not really sure. On the back of the shoulder there, and she'll come up really well. I do want to say that the scrubbing the bodies with the toothbrush on camera is just for show, really. In reality, I did make a nice hot soapy bath for these dolls in my kitchen sink and gave them a nice soak after all the chemical work was done, just so that any residual isopropyl or acetone or anything that was left on the doll would wash off. And something else to mention, that although this video has been edited so that each doll has her own segment, when I was actually doing this in real life, I had them like a bit of a production line actually. So I did the hair washing and then the hair conditioning and then the brushing, like one after the other, but I've cut it and edited it to look as though each doll's had her own makeover. It's a much more efficient way to use your time than to do one doll makeover after the other, because you've already got all the stuff out, all the equipment, all of the tools, all of the products that you need. It just makes sense. So So now we leave to condition overnight and dry overnight. And once the hair is dry, you know the drill now, guys. I just work my way through with the curling iron, section by section, smoothing, turning towards myself, smoothing and turning as I go to get that really lovely, shiny, bump-free finish. Well, that's the plan anyway. I love this one's hair just the way it is, so decided to leave it and move on to ear piercing. And her color-coded outfit. So this outfit, I actually made this t-shirt out of a thrifted shirt from the op shop. What do you think? I think I have a lot of practicing still to do with my sewing skills, but I think it looks super cute anyway. Doll number 5 is going to be our biggest challenge of this video for sure. So her face is really dirty, her hair is standing up like that on its own, it has something in it, it's really quite gross. I can see there's some bits in here as well, some actual visible dirt, which is very disgusting. Her hands though are, you know, a little bit scuffed up, but that's just being well loved. I think you can tell somebody has loved her very much. So hands not too bad, and feet as well in pretty good condition. She's just got her little pricing for $2 on her foot there, so we'll see if we can get that off. There's some dirt that needs to come off her legs. This one as well was really dirty. If we look under her arms and in her seams, this is really gross. I think I'll let her soak in some soapy water for a little bit just to get all of that dirt out. But I think this is going to be a very satisfying makeover for this doll, so stay tuned. This is the last doll of the video, so you guys know the drill by now. Scrub the face. This one's got the blue headband, so we know who she is. She was by far the dirtiest doll that I had in this haul and in this video, in that really her body was really kind of gross. But we've got a lot of the dirt off her face there, which is great. And as I said, I gave her a really good soak and clean in the sink off camera. You do not want to know what that is, but it's gone now. Guys, check out this water after her wash. There was something about styling this doll's hair in particular that was so satisfying. Look at how shiny this is and how it just perfectly fits in the curling iron. Everything was just really clicking with this one. It's just so smooth and shiny and beautiful. Look at that. Oh, it's gorgeous. I had so much fun doing this one. Again, with just the large diameter of this curling iron, it does give quite a bit of boof for a small doll. So just going around and pressing and smoothing down with the heat on top to try and just get rid of some of that extra volume. I decided on a side part low pony for this doll, so I've just secured the ponytail with the clear elastic. And then just using the curling iron on the whole ponytail just to smooth the whole thing. It's not very good camera work, sorry guys. Sometimes I forget that I'm filming and I'm just looking instead of looking through the camera. But that just sort of helped to tuck the ponytail under. And now earrings. So I've just experimented with something from that Kmart kit just to make something a little bit different. Let me know what you think. So sticking with the colour coding theme, the other outfit in this pack was blue, so I've decided to give her the blue outfit from that fashion pack. What do you think? How did she turn out? Here's a reminder of our 5 lovely ladies before their makeovers. And here they are after, ready for their new homes. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. I truly appreciate your support. And since you've made it this far, why not like, comment, and subscribe? And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!